We have another shy one, but great for a 1K race. I think those tights gave you wings out there. It's fun to see these kids have a great day on snow. This is our future. So, Brian Berkey 39, Berkey 51. And then this is the first year for an X50.
Live on location, it's the Todd Allbaugh Show. And now, pursuing truth wherever it may lead, here's your host, Todd Allbaugh.
Across Wisconsin on the Civic Media Radio Network and streaming worldwide on the Civic Media app. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Todd Allbaugh here in beautiful Hayward, Wisconsin, home of the 51st Annual American Birkebeiner. Back at the world headquarters in Madison, our producer, engineer, Aaron Zommers. It is 6 past the hour of 12 noon on this Thursday, February 20th, 2025. It is not just a great day to be a Wisconsinite. It's a fantastic day to be a Wisconsinite, everybody. Welcome in. We appreciate you being here. Going to introduce my special guest in just a minute, but Mr. Zommers, much different than a year ago when we were up here and it felt like spring. The groundhog came really early. This year, it actually feels like winter. It feels like a Birkebeiner. Not a cloud in the sky. Temperatures are chilly enough to keep the snow on the ground. It's beautiful, my friend. It's your kind of weather because you run hot. You'd love it here.
Yeah, I'm sure I would. And it does look beautiful. It's great to hear. I know right now nobody listening can hear it, but as we were setting up, I could hear behind you on the loudspeakers just the people who are running the event, and everybody seems to be having a great time.
Yeah, it really is. Things are underway. You're going to hear some of the background noise. We are just off of Main Street here, which is the main drag for the Birkebeiner, the finish line, basically. We're just outside of our studios on the street, WBZH AM 910 and FM 96.9, the buzz of the North, as we're known up here. And also we have sister stations who provide lots of great music. And joining me right now from the bed of my truck, just off the main drag in downtown Hayward, the one, the only Big G of our stations up here. Big G, thanks for being here.
Hey, you bet, Todd. Thanks for having me here. Boy, you got a nice setup out here. Like I say, it's a beautiful day.
Right? I mean, it's just beautiful. And, we're proud to have our talk news station, sports station, BZH here in Hayward. We also have a brand new music station here in Hayward called Muskie 101.FM. Tell us a little bit about that.
WHSM, Muskie 101.1 has been a mainstay in Hayward. And, we're going to be, we got some new clients on there, and we're going to be doing a live broadcast on there Saturday for the big finish of the Birkebeiner.
That's great. So you and Gray from our station, our music side, are going to be here broadcasting live on Saturday. So if people want to continue their coverage over the weekend, guess what? They can go right to the free Civic Media app. They can download it if they're not here in the Hayward area, and simply go to Muskie 101 FM on your app, and you can hear Big G and Gray.
We're starting out right on cable right in the morning there with the main track there. They also have the 10K and the 20K. There are all sorts of events going down there. I don't know if you've ever been down to the track they had.
I didn't get there last year, no.
Boy, that's incredible. The way they build that track, and of course, last year, like you were talking, we didn't have the snow in Hayward.
Right.
So all the events kind of stayed down in Cable, which Hayward kind of lost out on a lot of activity here and a lot of things. But hey, this event brings 15,000 people to the area from all over the world.
Wow.
All over the world. Yep.
That's what I was struck by last year when we were up here. It's the first time I had been here at the event last year. And even though there wasn't any snow here, the international flair to it. But boy, what a completely different and even cooler feel to actually have snow in downtown Hayward.
Yeah, we're just a little ways away from the finish line here. And, we heard the kids coming in. The Barney Berkey was just here. And, man, lots of fun. Kids are having fun. And just a lot of people milling around here. They got food trucks and totally different atmosphere this year than it was last year because, it's coming to Hayward, to downtown Hayward.
It's so much fun. Tell us a little bit about yourself, Big G. How long have you been in the area? I know you're one of our great. You're a pavement pounder, as you say, a sales account executive. But you're an institution up there. I walk into places last year. I said, "Yeah, I'm here at Big G." Everybody knows Big G. How long have you been here?
I've been up in this area since I live in Phillips, Wisconsin, but I've been up in the area self-employed in the automotive business over in the Price County area for almost 40 years. So I've been up in this area over 40 years. So you get to know a lot of people and a lot of folks, and everybody's friendly up here. You walk down the sidewalk, they say hi to you, So it's a great community. It's a great organization, and Civic Media, like I say, we've got stations all the way from Hayward all the way to Waukesha, 2 FM signals right here in Hayward. So It's a great company, great organization, and certainly enjoy being part of it.
Well, I just enjoy so much. You have a great team up here. You also serve our station over WPFP in Park Falls over there as well. And you and Gray and Darla and the entire team up here in the North Woods. I mean, this is what local radio is all about, and it's one of the great reasons that I'm proud to work for Civic Media. But as we go around the state, the phrase we keep using is, what makes Wisconsin great? And I think for those of us that might have grown up in Southwest or South Central or Southeast Wisconsin, we kind of think about, well, the North Woods, you go up there to the cabin once a year, but it's a vibrant community 12 months a year.
Sure, definitely. Yep. It's the people up here, and the people are a lot of, small businesses, a lot of mom and pop businesses, and like I say, everybody's friendly, and it's a great community, a great place. If you're looking to move up into this area, we got some great properties, beautiful lakes, obviously, and a great place to raise a family.
Yeah, it really is. Tell us a little bit about, since you've been here for so long, tell us if people are listening. There's plenty of time because this thing goes through Sunday, correct?
Yes, yep.
So if people are listening anywhere across the state, want to get in their car, come up this area and enjoy maybe a day or two, what can people expect when they come to Hayward, the cable area for the Birkenbinder?
Well, if you, like I say, it's a cross-country ski events. And these folks go all out. You heard the people on WHS talking a little bit about, they dress up in costumes. This is a main event for them. There are people from all over the world. I don't know I care if it's Sweden or all over Europe and stuff. They come up here to Hayward, Wisconsin, and ski for 5 days. This is their. I just was at a restaurant here, the Lakewood Cafe, one of our sponsors, and some folks were in there. Unfortunately, he was one of the skiers, and he broke his tibia this morning.
No!
But I could see him on the phone. And he said, "This is my pride and joy. I come up here every year. I'm not sure where he's from.
Yep.
But he says my pride and joy, and so people really have a passion for it.
Yeah.
This is what you'd have to say. And all the business owners, they get involved in it. And we're going to have, like I say, on Saturday, we're going to have the studio open here. Come on in, have some refreshments. Meet myself and Gray and some of our great team here at Civic Media.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's just mention our great sponsors for this event through the entire week here. The big one, the name sponsor, Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill, located on True North Lane, where I believe we're going to have someone. You've been so gracious to set up someone to stop by in hour number 2 here. Tell us a little bit about Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar.
Well, if you like to golf like myself, it's a beautiful course. If you like to hit the ball long, it's an excellent course.
I'm a hacker, but I love doing it.
18 holes, beautifully surrounded there by woods and nice wide open fairways. And they have all kinds of activities going on there all year round. They have trivia nights on Friday night. It's free to play trivia night. They teams of 3. They give away a $25 gift card from Big Fish. They got in the wintertime, of course, you can't be on the course. They got beautiful, huge golf simulator in there. They got golf leagues and stuff for that, so you can come in there and do that. And of course, the Die Hard's Sports Bar and Grill got great burgers, pizzas, sandwiches, and they deliver. They're delivering this week, 7 days a week. So
I bet they got 4-wheel drive.
Oh yeah. Yep. So if you're staying at the Seven Winds Casino, anywhere within a 10-mile radius, they'll deliver food. So.
Oh, that's great. Well, we really appreciate
But they're going to be Joe Morey and some representatives are going to come up here, and probably 1:30, I think, this afternoon.
Yep.
We're going to chat with them, and we have some general sponsors also that step forward.
Yeah.
Shelby from Lori Card and Gifts. She's just down a couple blocks down here on the left. Beautiful gift shop, Hallmark crown store there, and beautiful gifts for any occasion, flowers and so forth. So, and then of course we've got Coop's Pizza. That's one of my favorites there. All you can eat.
Yeah.
One of my favorite words. All you can eat, Todd. All you can
I was
eat.
there last year. I can't wait to stop
Yeah.
it tonight.
All you can eat pizza buffet and salad bar there. Sunday through Thursday. Got great roasted chicken recipe there. And, if you're not in Hayward, Wisconsin, they have a distributorship where they have their family recipe Coop's Pizzas.
Oh, really? Okay.
All over Wisconsin here.
Yeah.
So, and if you're, if anybody's looking to, go over, have a Coop's Pizza and check them out. Great place right here in Hayward, Wisconsin.
That's great. We also have a Pine Point Realty, a Lakewood
Pine Point
Cafe.
Realty, yep. Pine Point Realty. Brooke and CJ over there, family-owned realty office there. They do real estate. They do property management. Maybe you got a summer home up here and need somebody to manage it. Give them a call there at Pine Point Realty. They're right on Highway 63 there. And you'll hear them. You'll hear some of their ads, and really a family affair. Even got their kids involved on their ads. So,
That's great.
So yeah, great. Another great real estate organization right here in Hayward.
And then
And of
Lakewood
course,
Cafe.
Lakewood Cafe. I had breakfast there. Thank you to Andy. Thanks, Andy, the owner. He bought me breakfast this morning.
Wow, we can just eat our way through the Birkenbinder.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
we really so much appreciate.
It's right on Railroad Street there. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, anytime. The menu's huge.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can't find something on that menu, you don't want to eat, basically.
Well, it's a good time had by all, as they say, for anybody who wants to come up to Hayward and the Cable area. We thank all of our fine sponsors. We'll hear from them throughout the show and throughout the week, both here on WBZH Buzz of the North and also on Muskie 101 FM, where Gray and Big G are going to be broadcasting all day Saturday as well. Talk about about a minute and a half here before the first break, Big G. Talk
All right.
just a little bit about the economic impact for this area for the Birkenbinder.
Oh, it's huge. Like I say, you bring 15,000 people to town, they're going to be eating in, of course, the Lakewood Cafe or Coop's or any of these fine restaurants we got up here in Hayward. It even branches out to Cable and even beyond because obviously 15,000 people on top of Hayward is the restaurants are going to be pretty crowded.
Right.
I mean, they've got all your fast food, Chinese, McDonald's and stuff, but lots of like Angler's Bar right down here. Right down here on the one way to go right past the finish line here. Great burgers and stuff down there. We talked about Coop's Pizza already,
Yep.
and of course the Big Fish out there. So there's Eddie's on Main. I mean, there's
Yep.
any kind of dining you want here, basically.
But
If you want to just go for a sandwich, or if you want something
Sure.
a little fancier, I mean, there's
It,
anything here.
it really is an event that this area relies on every year, and I know there was some concern last year because of the lack of snow that maybe
Right.
fewer people came, but still quite a few folks came
all
out.
those people are there, even if they're in Cable, they're coming to Hayward
Right.
to do stuff and to get gas in their vehicles, or whether
Right.
stay in the motels. I mean, hotel rooms around here, you can't find a room. You can't find a room in a Birkenbinder season. That's
Well,
why,
well,
that's why you're sleeping in the studio.
I stayed on the futon in the studio, which was fine. Come
Yeah.
on back. We're going to take a quick break. We are live from downtown Hayward at the 51st Annual American Birkenbinder. Big G, Todd Somers back at home. Talk more about this and take your phone calls as well. It's the Todd Allbaugh Show live from Hayward on the Civic Media Radio Network.
All right, that was
All right, cool,
Thank you.
cool. Yeah, thank you
Appreciate
very
that.
much. Really appreciate it.
If you're living with dry age-related
You want? I got one more segment. You want to stay for one more segment till the end, or you
Sure, I
got
can
time?
stay for
All right.
one more.
All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, why don't we come back and talk a little bit about the schedule and the races, that type
Okay.
of thing.
leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression. Izervay or avacincaptid pega is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD.
Hello.
Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or
So we get somebody. Do you ever bring like any of these folks?
Yeah. Well, I would love to have someone on if they want to come on. Yeah.
Would you like to come on the radio for a little bit and tell us a little bit about your experience with the Birkenbinder?
All right. That'd be great.
Pristine clean. Take it off your to-do list. With over 20 years of meticulous cleaning experience, they make your
We are with Muskie Country 101 and WBZH, the Buzz of the North, right here in Hayward.
0000 today. Why wait?
Finding the
Test,
special
test, test. 1, 2.
health
Test,
you
1,
guys sneak
2.
in here,
just
so
got easier. Wisconsin Wayfinder, Children's Resource Network.
you guys sneak
Why
right in.
don't you come right over here?
Right
That way
in
you'll
between
be
there.
on camera. We're also streaming. So you're on 11 stations all over the state of Wisconsin. How about that? And on the stream as well.
Fun.
Come on, you can go a little closer. Come on over
30
here.
seconds.
All right, 30 seconds. There we go.
Here's the camera right here.
Yeah, right up there's the camera.
You can tell how you guys are all brothers and sisters and where you're from. And it was your first time. And tell them how you did.
Oh. He'll talk to each one. What's your names?
Welcome back to the Todd Allbaugh Show, live from downtown Hayward, Wisconsin at the 51st Annual American Birkebeiner. Along with Big G, I'm Todd here. Zomer's back at the home studio, back in Madison. What an absolutely beautiful day, Big G. And you found us some guests here just
I
walking
just
down the
kind
street.
of corralled some folks here and pulled them over to the pickup truck here, and looks like there's some pretty active skiers here in the Berkey. So we were curious at how their experience was, and they can tell us a little bit about themselves.
Yeah, we'll start with the closest one and go down. Now, you guys all have Berkey hats on. You all have ribbons and medals here. We're going to start with each of your names first. So tell us your name, please.
Gemma.
All right.
I'm Chloe. I'm Finn.
All right. Very good. Where are you guys from?
We're from Madison, Wisconsin.
Well, I'm from Richland Center, but I came up from Madison. Did you guys all ski today?
Yeah, we did. We did the half kilometer.
Really? And was this your first year doing it?
Yeah.
All right.
It was our first year.
Was this your first year as well? All right. And you?
Yes, first year.
All right.
Wow.
And have you guys skied? How long have you been skiing before?
We've been downhill skiing for like a very long time, but then
Really?
cross country skiing we kind of just started like last year.
Wow. And how did you do today?
I did really good.
Good for you.
Wow,
Was
super.
it exciting? That's awesome. And for you, did you enjoy it as well, Finn?
Yeah, I got first.
Got first.
Holy cow!
Holy
first
cow!
place.
Give me 5. Nicely
place,
done.
man. All
Nicely
right.
done.
All right. First
We
place.
have a first
Holy
place
cow.
winner. This is your first year?
Yes.
Wow. Would you think that you might want to continue this and continue to do it?
Yeah, next year I'm going to do the 3 kilometer.
3
Okay.
kilometer. I talked to a guy before we went on the air. He said he was almost 90 and he had done the Birkebeiner for 30 years. Isn't that crazy?
Our Poppy right here,
Uh-huh.
he's 70 and he's done it this is his 40th Berkey this year.
Oh
Get
wow!
out. Is that a fact?
Yeah.
That's great. What's your name, sir?
Scott Cooper.
That's great. And you've been doing.
I'm Poppy to these guys.
Well, that's great.
That's an important thing.
Did you? Are you doing the Birkebeiner this weekend then?
Yes, of course.
All right. That's how many years?
40.
40.
This is my son Burke, B-I-R-K, and his wife Kristen. Burke was born. I had to miss it that year, so that's why.
Oh, that's where the name came from, huh?
You broke the streak.
Yeah. So my name's Burke, and so now the namesake. I kind of have to do it.
Of course.
Here I am.
That is absolutely. You guys literally, is that your dad then?
Yeah.
And so he was named after the Birkebeiner.
Yes.
So you really had no choice but you had to participate, right?
Yeah.
Is there any, besides skiing, is there another favorite thing that you like about the Birkebeiner so far?
My favorite thing was that my brother won his first time.
Oh, all right.
How's that for family love? How cool is that you're encouraging your brother like that? Is there any particular food you guys have had yet that you really liked?
Oh, the
Cookies, and we're gonna get donuts, and then we're gonna go to a candy shop, and we're also gonna get pizza for lunch.
Oh boy!
And for you?
Yeah, for us.
Getting all the food groups are
Yes,
my favorites.
I agreed with Emma.
It's a great place to get. I was here last year, my first time. The food is fantastic. It's really good. Did you guys see the dogs, the Berkey bark this morning?
No.
No, but our dad told us about
Oh yeah,
it.
that's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah. Well, I thank you guys for stopping by, and thanks for taking the time. Congratulations to all of you for being
Yes,
winners,
congratulations.
participation, and thank you for coming. And congratulate #1 first place your first year.
Thank you.
Maybe we'll see you in the Olympics, say, like in 20 years, something like that. That'd be pretty. You got your start right here in Hayward, Wisconsin. Well, have a great Birkenbeiner, everybody. Thanks for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yep, our pleasure. All right, look at that. Look at that. Now that's the kind of the fun that you have here at the American Birkenbeiner. You never know who you're going to run into, and right there, an entire family of first-time Birkenbein skiers, and one of them gets first place.
Thanks a lot.
And the son's even named. Burke is named after the Birkenbeiner. That's fantastic. And I wouldn't say old man at all. You look like you're in fantastic shape. So thank you so much. Right there, G.
How about that,
I don't know if I think we should just end the show because I don't know what a better example of this event is than that family right there.
Yeah, that's called passion there. Yep.
Right?
Yeah, name your son there.
The only one you miss is the year your son is born. You have to name him Burke after the Birkenbeiner.
Yep.
Well, I think that's just fantastic. But
It
I think
is.
that's for people who are listening. It doesn't matter whether you're in Waukesha, Richland Center, Madison, Eau Claire, wherever you are today, Green Bay. Come on up. I mean, it is beautiful out here right now.
You bet, yeah.
It is and we're right across from a kids food court type of thing where there are outdoor activities. There's kids food. So this is truly, Big G, a family event.
It is, yep. And the town's all decorated up. Businesses all got specials going on. So be sure and check out downtown Hayward.
Yeah, it's and clearly our sponsors among them, but the people connect with the food.
Oh, definitely. Yep, definitely, yep. People after my own heart.
Right? You and me both, my friend. And you walk up and down the street here, it is truly, even the stores have some of their doors open. You smell all of these great candy stores, like the kids were saying, the burgers, the pizza. I mean, this is really like a little mini Olympics.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you bet. Yep, you bet.
It's just so fun, and a completely different vibe this year with the snow.
Definitely, yep. Definitely a completely different vibe, different ambiance. Yep, you bet.
No, it's so glad that we were able to be up here and bring folks some of the sights and sounds. Just a couple of minutes here before the break, Big G. Anything that we haven't talked about, you want to make sure people know from you before you head out here?
Nope, I just want to say thanks to our big sponsors for our live broadcast on Saturday. I want to invite everybody out there that's listening to come on in, check out our studios right here in downtown, or right downtown here, right next to River and Rains right here in our studios there. We're going to have some cider and some refreshments there. Come on down and meet myself and Gray and some of our Super Civic Media staff down here. So invite everybody down. The whole weekend they got events going on. You can see there's a huge list of races today yet that are coming right through downtown Hayward here. And if you get a chance, get out to Cable and check out the track they got out there in Cable. And just everybody enjoy the weekend. And man, it's Lord's blessed us with a beautiful weekend, and got enough snow now so that the folks can enjoy both Cable and Hayward. So.
Yeah, you said it so well. We're awaiting the Junior Berkey here on Main Street in Hayward. That starts at 1 o'clock. We'll be here for that. But stay with us. A quick update for the ag markets from the Midwest Farm Report, weather and sports, local news. Then we'll come back live from Hayward right here. The American Birkenbeiners, the Allbaugh Show on the Civic Media Radio Network. Thank you, Big G.
Thank you, Todd. That was fun. I appreciate that.
Hey, thank you.
Great conversation. 92.7.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah, you bet.
Oh, that was so cool.
Get those young kids up there.
Yeah.
Talk to them. You never know what they're going to say.
Right? No, it's just fun. It's just so much fun.
Yeah, you bet.
Well, thank you for that, my friend. Yeah.
If I don't see you, you're taking off tomorrow, you thinking? Or what do you think?
I'll see how the day goes. I'll either take off tomorrow after the show, or I'll be here yet Saturday morning when you guys get here, and then take off probably around a little before noon. I'll see. Yeah. But thank you for all your help. Really appreciate it. Yeah. And so Joe or somebody else will be here at 1:30 then. So we'll talk to them.
Yep.
All right. Cool.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
That was very cool getting the family there. You got a real winner on your hands too. With first
I know, right? The kid was first place. That was incredible.
And the youngest one, what was the name?
Finn. Oh no, the little youngest girl. I'm not sure what her name. I can't remember.
Gemma or Germa?
Oh yeah, thank you, Chloe, Finn, and Zelma. Yep.
Zelma, that's what it was.
Yep.
Zelma was very excited.
Big
about
G
this.
has a brain like a trap. See, that's. All right, thank you. Yep, take care. You too. Thank you so much. All right.
Just stop and listen to these great details on our next farm tour. Hi, everybody. I'm Pam Yankee, inviting you to join me July 26th through August 4th as we head to the Canadian Rockies, Vancouver, Victoria, as well as agricultural highlights. We'll start in Calgary and visit their expansive Living History Museum. Then it's off to Banff for a guided tour and meet a Mountie. Next, we board a Via Rail train for phenomenal views of the Canadian
LA
Rockies.
Tom says, glad you're enjoying the cold.
Well, LA, I actually have I cheated, and I took Trigvy's advice. I stopped at Cabela's last night and bought a heated vest. So underneath my Nordic sweater, I have a heated vest on, which makes it a lot more bearable and enjoyable.
Yeah, how is that?
It's really nice, actually. It's keeping me very toasty.
Join me for our next tour of the Canadian Rockies.
Welcome back. I'm Ben Jarbo with the Midwest Farm Report, and remember to follow along with us on all things agriculture by downloading our app, The Farm. You can download it at thefarmwi.com.
Personally, I'd rather marshmallow up with a bunch of layers because I feel like if I wore a heated vest underneath stuff, I would suddenly start feeling hot and need to strip everything off, and it'd be very difficult.
Well, maybe that could be.
But that's just me. That's because I run too hot.
Cash soybeans are up 11 at 10.42 3/4, and new crop soybeans are up 8.5 at 10.59 3/4. Wheat is seeing a decline though, as March contracts are down 4 cents at 5.88, and July contracts are down 3.5 at 6.16 1/4. Class 3 milk for March is up 12 cents at 19.20 a hundredweight, and April contracts are up 7 cents at 18.88 a hundredweight.
I also found another Berkey song. I found the Berkey Polka by the Polka Knots.
Oh, really? The Polka Knots.
A Denver polka band paying their respects to the American Birkebeiner.
Very good.
Finally, some comfortable temperatures with highs hitting the low 20s and plenty of sunshine throughout the day. Pretty much put this on repeat for tomorrow.
And Dave in New Berlin's concerned about you getting frostbite.
No, actually, it's really nice. I don't even have my gloves on. It's really not
That's what
that
he was
bad.
commenting on. He was like, put some gloves on.
I all right, Dave. Thank you. I'll put a couple of gloves on here. Not a couple, just a pair.
$99 per month. New shower, new door, new tub, new wall, new anti-slip technology. BCI Bath and Shower is made in America for the highest quality. First 50 callers save $1,500 on a never clear glass treated door. BCI Bath and Shower. Interest-free financing.
I should be able to see if you put it in the StreamYard chat, like if there's callers or whatever. I should be able to see that. All right.
Okay. I'll just put something in there now.
Yep, I can see that.
Cool. Like Frank Capra. He was masterful at telling that story about the little guy, that heroic figure who had nothing but worked hard, looked out for other people, cared about family, and made a better life. And that
20 seconds.
Kind of story.
All right, thank you.
Berkey fever, got me eager as a beaver, got me waiting for winter, got me praying for snow. Berkey fever, I'm a true believer, just get me to the start line, I'll be ready to go. Get me to the start line, I'll be ready to go.
And welcome back to Hayward, Wisconsin. We are live on location at the 51st annual Berkey, the Birkebeiner, American Birkebeiner. Yes, we have Berkey fever. We have people over here that have Berkey fever. You guys want to come over and say hi? Well, yeah, come on over. We're gonna interview somebody. See, this is the great thing. Pardon? Okay, all right. They said they don't want to be interviewed, but where are you from? Milltown? All right, very good. Well, welcome. All right, Duluth. All right, very good. Well, we welcome all of you. You never know who you're going to run into, Mr. Zommers, here in downtown Hayward at the American Birkebeiner. Thank you for pulling that song once again. Tell people how we found that song and a little bit about it.
How did we find that song again last year?
I think Catherine Lake ran into somebody that told us about it, wasn't it? Something like that?
That's what I thought it was something like that. I just didn't want to say the wrong thing with that.
No, I think it was.
Catherine, so this year, Todd is in a nice place to interview random people on the street as he's going. But last year, we had some person on the street interviews from our station manager here in Madison, Catherine Lake, also spanning a great range of people of all ages, coming from all over the world. And one of them told us about that song. And so, of course, we looked it up, and yeah, it's solid.
It's awesome.
There's actually several Berkey songs.
Are there really? Well, maybe we'll have to pull a couple of them.
Three. There are at least three.
At least 3 songs. 3 songs, but thousands of people that come, and we appreciate each and every one of them. We are waiting here in downtown Hayward right now, the start of the Junior Berkey. So you have, which is a lot of people think it's just one race, right, on Saturday or Sunday. No, it started actually yesterday on Wednesday, and they opened with a 50K State Classic Open track, and then there were races yesterday, and then races today that started with the Berkey. I mean, that was really cool. You have people bring their dogs, and they'll do a certain length of the race. They finish downtown here, and the announcers were calling out the racer and the breed of the dog, and so they said, I think this is the first Rottweiler of the year, and so that was pretty cool to see that this morning. And now we're getting ready for then there was the Barney Berkey, which are the real little kids. I think that was the one that our last guest, Finn, who was just on here, he got first place in his first year. So that was pretty amazing. And then we got the at 1 o'clock here at the top of the hour, we have the Junior Berkey, which I am assuming maybe is middle school and high school kids. And then the Giant Ski on Main Street tonight at 5 p.m. or this afternoon at 5 p.m. So that's all going on later on. And then the big, on Friday, there are events out at Cable. And then on Saturday is the Slumberland American Birkebeiner. And the start times range from 8:15 in the morning until 10:10 in the morning. So that is the great big race is on Saturday. And then on Sunday, the on-snow ski and bike demo from 9 until 1 p.m. That's another thing that I think a lot of people don't realize. I didn't really until I came up here last year and was here for the event, that there's snow bike racing. And if you've seen these kind of, is it Mr. Something called fat tire bikes, I think?
Yep, that's it.
Yeah, or snow bikes. And so they have these really fat, literally a fat tire, wide tire, and they have big treads on them. And after the actual skiing is done, then they take these bikes on this same track, and that's really entertaining to watch as well. And then in the off season, when they don't have snow during the summer, they actually use these same trails for mountain biking and the fat bike racing and all that kind of stuff. So the American Birkebeiner trails, both at Cable and down here to Hayward, these are utilized year-round. But we only really hear about it across the state and other places about the big American Birkebeiner ski race, which is going to be here on, as we said, on Saturday from 8:15 until 10:10.
Yeah.
Thousands of people here.
That's something that I think is really cool, is that not only is it this one-time event, well, every year, this annual event that brings in tens of thousands of people from all around the world, it has real use all year round.
Yeah, it really does, and it's a vital part of the North Woods economy up here. If you're not familiar exactly where Hayward is at, no worries. I mean, I think a lot of us that didn't grow up here are like, well, it's up north somewhere, right? Pat Kreitlow, of course, would know exactly where it's at. But if you go just north of Eau Claire and Chippewa Falls and Highway 53, a little over an hour and 45 minutes or so, and then it's south, of course, from Lake Superior. So maybe we're about an hour-ish plus south of Superior. So kind of between Superior and Eau Claire, that part of truly the North Woods up here. Just a beautiful, beautiful place to be any time of the year, but especially today here in Hayward, Wisconsin for the 51st annual Birkebeiner ski race. We talked about this a little bit last year, and if you'd like to call in and offer any of your own thoughts on outdoor sports, I know a lot of people across Wisconsin are loving this snow we've finally gotten this year for cross-country skiing. Downhill skiing, of course, you can make that as long as it's cold enough, make the snow. And then, particularly up here in the North Woods, in tourism, snowmobiling is so vitally important, as well as ice fishing. So if you have a thought, a memory, something you'd like to share in terms of Wisconsin winter sports, the great outdoors here in Wisconsin, give us a call, 855-752-4842, 855-752-4842, as we continue to broadcast here live from downtown Hayward at the American Birkebeiner. So, Mr. Zommers, we talked about this last year. This all started with kind of this homage, so to speak, to Norway, to Scandinavia. And each year, 3 skiers, and this happens a little bit later on this weekend, each year 3 skiers and an infant dress in full costume as the original Birkebeiner warriors. Inga, who was the mother of Prince Haakon, and Prince Haakon. The adults ski the entire race on wooden skis and in full historical garb. In the final stretch, they swap their doll for the real infant, quote-unquote prince, as they ski across the finish line on Hayward's Main Street. So that's always a really cool thing, just to recreate this legend in Scandinavia that, these prince and princess were saving their infant son and skied through a snowstorm. And that was the very first, as legend has it, Birkebeiner. And then that tradition was carried over here into the United States and recreated every year here in Hayward, Wisconsin. So just kind of cool with all the Nordic lure and Scandinavian lure that goes with it each and every year. Couple other facts for you. Let's see here. Oh, we have a phone call. Let's go to the phone lines, 855-752-4842. I believe we have Whistler from WRCE in Richland Center. Whistler, thank you so much for listening and calling in. What are your thoughts on winter sports in the American Birkebeiner?
Well, I have plenty of thoughts on winter sports, but I've never been in Hayward during the winter time. But I do remember going camping many years ago, shortly after Sally and I got married, and in the summertime playing golf on a golf course that had sand greens.
Really?
Yeah. Somewhere up around Hayward, Eagle, campground, they had a golf course, 9-hole course.
Yeah.
And all the greens were made of boiled sand.
Wow,
awesome.
That's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, I think it's just a part of the state that those of us from the southern part of the state, we haven't explored, at least I haven't explored it nearly as much as I should have or could have, and we find all these cool hidden gems up here. So I would say, Whistler, if you ever get a chance, go ahead. What?
We were heading up to Superior, up to, see the Great Lake up there. And
oh, sure.
That was one of our stopovers.
Wow, that's really
That
cool.
was awesome.
Well, I appreciate you calling and sharing that. It is a great, if you're going up to Superior, or Ashland, or Bayfield, it is a great place to either just take a pit stop or spend a couple hours, or overnight here and have some fun while you're here on the way up to Ashland and Superior and Bayfield area. So appreciate the call, Whistler. Thank you so very much. 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. If you'd like to call in, share some stories about the beautiful Hayward area, the Birkebeiner, or just in general, winter activities, outdoor activities here on a absolutely picture-perfect day in downtown Hayward, Wisconsin.
Yeah, I learned something about the Birkebeiner yesterday. Do you know where the name comes from?
Boy, I think you've stumped the band, Mr. Zommers.
So
go ahead.
From, from Gray, yes, another Northwoods, Wisconsin radio mainstay. Yesterday on the Maggie Dawn show, it turns out Birkebeiner means birch bark leggers, which is birch bark leggings that the Norwegian warriors wore for protection and warmth. And that name was originally derogatory because it'd be like, oh, here comes those stupid birch bark pants idiots again. But then they embraced it.
That's really cool. I appreciate you sharing that. Appreciate Grace sharing that as well. Now, I guess it was somewhere back in my mind. I just forgotten it. But yeah, you're right. That was the original in Scandinavia, the original way to protect their legs on these long ski trips, just from frostbite or whatever, birch bark like that. So yeah, hey, I mean, I think people up here are probably proud to be birch barkers at the Birkebeiner. But no, thank you. Appreciate you sharing that. Another cool factoid there. Also, we have over 250,000 skiers have participated in the American Birkebeiner Ski Foundation events since its inception of the first race in 1973. It takes 3,125 volunteers. Let me say that again. Over 3,125 volunteers to welcome the world to northern Wisconsin. Last time they had the actual numbers in 2023. It'll be updated as more numbers come in for the Birkebeiner week. What else can we tell you here? The first, they call it the court, had 19 participants. The first Birkie had only 35 participants. So certainly it's grown a lot since then. The highest point on the trail, 1,733 feet or 528 meters. The 100-kilometer American Birkebeiner Trail is used by skiers, runners, bikers, Nordic trekkers, and hikers year-round, as we said a little bit earlier. Also, Ernie St. Germain is the only skier who has skied in every Birkebeiner ski race since 1973, going on his 51st American Birkebeiner ski race. Absolutely incredible. Now, here's a little factoid I think is fantastic. The only states not represented in the American Birkebeiner ski race are a Birkebeiner week are Mississippi, Louisiana, and South Carolina. How about that? Louisiana, Mississippi, and South Carolina. Otherwise, every single state is represented here in the American Birkebeiner, and also a lot of countries as well. People from all over the world. We've seen flags here, and people in attire from Germany, from Denmark, from Sweden, from Norway. I think those are the things that really come to mind. Canada, of course, as well. And I think in these times when, shall we say that American diplomacy and international respect is dwindling and not at a high right now, it is so refreshing to come to an event like this, to see people from all over the world, all over the United States. Everybody's getting along. Everybody's here to have fun. Everyone's here to support one another. And just like our earlier guests, those young kids, happy when other people do well. It renews your faith in America. It renews your faith in Wisconsin, and it's just a blast. So if you have a chance, get up here and join us here at the American Birkebeiner. If you're in the area, if you're listening on WBZH Buzz of the North here in Hayward, stop in and see us as well. We have a couple of prizes we could probably give away to you. Not probably, we will. We have some bandanas and the like. So stop in and check those out as well. You're listening to the Todd Allbaugh Show live here at the American Birkebeiner in downtown Hayward, Wisconsin. We are going to come back and kind of talk a little bit more, take your phone calls as well, 855-752-4842, 855-752-4842. If you'd like to call in and talk about the Birkebeiner, American or outdoor sports, winter sports, we are here for it. Also, a What's Worse winter activity coming up, and we'll talk to more of our sponsors in hour number 2. Don't go anywhere. We are live from the American Birkebeiner in Hayward, Wisconsin, right here on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Conversation 92.7 WMDX.
Attention. If you suffer from consistent pain in your joints caused by arthritis, overuse, or injury, you may be a candidate for a revolutionary therapy that could revitalize damaged tissue. This approach can provide long-lasting relief from pain in your knees, shoulders, hips, and other joints. No surgery, no drugs, and no downtime. To find out if you're a viable candidate, you may request a free consultation from QC Kinetics by calling 608-384-0897. Instead instead of masking the symptoms, it goes to the root of the problem to resolve it at its source. Already used by thousands of satisfied patients nationwide, this joint pain therapy is available right now to the public, but only for qualified candidates. Again, to find out if you're a viable candidate for this therapy, you may request a free consultation by calling QC Kinetics at 608-384-0897.
Blue Gold 94 on YouTube says, I think Todd should return to his sportscasting roots tonight and head over to the Hayward Sports Center and broadcast the Hayward girls hockey game.
Now, that would be something because that's one sport I have never broadcast. I'd have to call in Chad Holmes for that.
Yep, the puck is moving. It's going fast.
Right. That's beside the point. Point is, I'm hungry, you're hungry.
Let's go.
Yes. And we should talk about having some kids.
Get in the car, Bob. Sugar,
L.A. Tom says his parents have gone to the Berkey for years and took his niece and nephew.
Really? All right, that's cool, LA. Thank you.
Right here on WMDX, sponsored by Verlo Mattress. Sleep better, dream bigger on a handcrafted, locally made mattress. Find them on Madison's east and west side or online at verlo.com.
Out here in the middle of these acres.
And welcome back to downtown Hayward, Wisconsin, the home of the 51st annual American Birkebeiner Ski Race. I'm Todd Allbaugh, live on location outside of our studios in beautiful downtown Hayward. WBZH, the buzz of the North, 9:10 a.m. Thanks to all of our staff up here, all the great folks who are helping make this possible. Our sister station, Muskie 101 FM. And if you want continuing coverage of the American Birkebeiner, you can tune in most of the day Saturday, beginning in the morning. Big G, along with Gray, are going to be broadcasting from Cable to Hayward. You're going to see hear the start and the finish of the entire race, talking to a lot of great folks as well. You can hear it on Muskie 101 FM. And if you're not in the area here in Hayward, you can still listen. Simply download the Civic Media app, and you can enjoy it for free. Just go to Civic Media app, and then go to Muskie 101 FM and listen to Gray and Big G all day on a Saturday. It's just so much fun being up here and this atmosphere of the great outdoors. And again, it's just a great chance to breathe, literally and figuratively, sunny skies, and get away from all of the news just for a couple of days. And, as it turns out, the world will keep on turning, whether we are doom scrolling on our devices or not. And it doesn't mean we ignore what's going on. It doesn't mean that we just decide we're not going to pay attention anymore. But I think it's really healthy for our mental health, our physical well-being, if we remind ourselves to get outside, even though it's a little chilly. Bundle up like I have here today. Buy yourself an electric vest if you can, because as it turns out, Mr. Sommers, Trigby is not always right about everything, but I will tell you, he was spot on with this electric vest.
Yeah, he is right about a lot of things.
He
Not
is.
everything, but a lot of things.
But a lot of things. Yeah, I went to Cabela's last night on the way up, and it's very cozy. It's very cozy.
I bet it is.
Yeah. If you'd like to call in, share your memories of the American Birkebeiner, if you've ever been here, or just winter sports, outdoors. Doesn't have to be sports, but just hiking, sledding, ice skating, ice fishing. What do you like about Wisconsin in the winter outdoors? 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. Mr. Zommers, I think we had some people watching on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter who wanted to weigh in here. Let's take a look at those if we could, please. PJ on YouTube saying, too bad snow shoveling isn't wasn't a sport. Well, that's true. That's true, PJ. I would have done okay in that. Also, we have Blue Gold 94 on YouTube. We appreciate you watching. Blue Gold says, I think Todd should return to his sportscasting roots tonight and head over to the Hayward Sports Center and broadcast the Hayward girls hockey playoff game. Now, that is a fantastic idea. I might have to go over and check that out. That is one sport that I never have broadcast. I've never done a hockey game. I would need to call our colleague and friend Chad Holmes of WXCO over there in Wausau, who was an expert high school and college hockey broadcaster. So maybe I have to check that out a little bit. But yeah, hockey is a game. I've done I broadcast wrestling, football, baseball, softball, volleyball. Like those are the big ones that I've done on the radio and TV, but never done a hockey game. L.A. Tom watching on YouTube says, my parents have gone to the Berkey for years and took my niece and nephew. Well, that's great, L.A. See, that's I think it's just one of those things. If you live in northern Wisconsin or from this area, you've gone to at least once. And if you're like me, who came from southwest and south central Wisconsin, maybe you haven't made it up here. Tony, watching on YouTube, says Blue Gold sounds like Chad. If that's
maybe it
true,
actually is Chad Holmes trying to get you to call.
Chad Holmes, if that's true, let me know. I'll come over and carry your gear for you. I'm not sure I can broadcast, but I could help you carry your gear if you'd like. Or if you're here in town, my gosh, come on over and say hello. We'd love to have Chad Holmes here, you know.
And we also have a caller. Matt.
All right, very good. We have Matt in Middleton on the line, 855-752-4842. Matt, thanks for calling in, listening on WMDX. What do you have for us, Matt?
Hey, Todd. Me and my girlfriend rented a cabin for 3 days up in northern Door County, up on the peninsula there, about 3 weeks ago. And I just wanted to say I was surprised at how much I enjoyed winter vacationing in Wisconsin, being outside. I got my toe warmers on, my boots and everything.
Nice.
And doing some snowshoeing, just walking out, looking at all the ice formations. And the funny part was how nice the people at the small businesses and locals were. They just seemed really happy to see us because they didn't get much tourism, I guess, or something. But we were treated extra nice, so I just wanted to voice that to people that it's funner than you think it's going to be, you know?
Yeah, absolutely. I appreciate you calling in so much, Matt. Thank you so much. That's what part of Door County were you in? I mean, Matt already hung up. That's fine. But no, I think Matt makes a good point, right? I mean, just bundle up a little bit. I splurged a little bit on this electric vest, but I also have my parka inside the truck here I could put on if I needed to. But no, just bundle up a little bit. Like today, we're downtown Hayward here, and there's virtually no wind right now, so that makes it really nice. The sun is out, so you get a little sun on your back and face. Bundle up and just get out here. Enjoy it. It is so beautiful out here, and we're going to come back, have a winter-themed What's Worse for You, and we're also going to talk to one of our fine sponsors at the bottom of the hour as well. Big Fish Golf Diehard Sports Bar and Grill, located on True North Lane here in the Hayward area. Also, Coop's Pizza, Lori's Cards and Gifts, Pine Point Realty, and Lakewood Cafe. They are all helping make this broadcast possible, and also our broadcast on Saturday as well on Muskie 101. Come on back. Hour number 2 is straight ahead. We are live in downtown Hayward, Wisconsin for the 51st annual America Birkebeiner. It's the Allbaugh Show on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Conversation, 92.7 WMDX. Jane Matt Nair and Greg Bach.
Coming up on the show, Dan Schaefer from the Recombobulation area joins us. Pete Schwaba from Nightlight will be here to talk about the
Linda on Facebook says, would love to go next year. When can I make reservations for a room? That is a good question.
Let me ask G 1 second.
Maggie Dawn Show.
University professor and pollster extraordinaire Charles Franklin.
Deporting immigrants who are in the U.S. illegally. 60% support that, but when we ask the same question and just add at the end, including those with jobs and no criminal record, then support drops to just 43%.
Wisconsinites have a sense of fairness.
The Maggie Dawn Show, weekdays from 2 till 4 on your local
Yeah,
Civic Media
like a year ahead.
and on the
Yeah,
Civic
all right.
Media app.
Yeah, probably a couple months after it gets done here. Yeah, all right.
It's all on your local Civic
All right,
Media
very
radio
good.
station or the Civic Media app.
Wow.
This is
That's crazy.
92.7 WMDX Columbus, Madison's home for real news and great conversation. A Civic Media station.
ABC News, I'm Michelle Franzen. Growing tensions between the U.S., Ukraine, and European leaders after President Trump falsely claimed Ukraine is to blame for Russia's invasion. Ukraine's President Zelensky today meeting with U.S. Ukraine Russian envoy, retired U.S. General Keith Kellogg in Kyiv. ABC's Luis Martinez says the talks come 2 days after a U.S. delegation met with Russian officials on ending the war.
Earlier this week, we saw those talks develop in Saudi Arabia between the United States and Russia, the first contact in over 3 years. And I think what the Ukrainians are looking for is a commitment from the United States that they will have a seat at the table eventually. That's been the main criticism.
A final confirmation vote scheduled this afternoon for the controversial nomination of Kash Patel to head the FBI. Senator Susan Collins already signaling she will be a no vote. A winter storm dumping up to a foot of snow in parts of Virginia and the majority of states continue to be gripped by an Arctic blast. Kansas City, Missouri dipping to minus 24 degrees. This is ABC News.
You can always continue the conversation on social media. Share your thoughts when you find and follow Civic Media on Facebook, X, and Instagram.
For 92.7 WMDX News, I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. We've been following a package of education bills in the legislature dealing with standardized testing, school funding, teaching cursive, and cell phone bans. The Assembly passed these 6 bills this week, all backed and largely supported by Republicans. One would require the Department of Public Instruction to change the standards used in testing here in Wisconsin. The Department of Public Instruction lowered standards for students after working with 100 Wisconsin teachers. This bill would basically undo those changes. Assembly Bill 6 would require school districts spend at least 70% of their money on direct classroom expenditures. Opponents, including Democrats and Superintendent Jill Underly, say this plan ignores some necessary costs like school safety. Another bill would ban devices in classrooms during instructional time. It would be up to each district to figure out exactly how they would do that. A survey from the DPI showed that 90% of school districts that responded already have cell phone restrictions in place. Another one of these bills would give school districts 2 weeks to provide instructional materials to district residents who request it. Advocates say families already have that access. State Superintendent Jill Underly says this seems like a move to sow distrust in school leadership. One of the bills would require that Wisconsin students learn to read and write in cursive. Studies have shown no link between cursive and increased literacy. The DPI is opposed to this bill as well. Underly brings up the fact that they're still waiting on Republican lawmakers to release the $50 million already approved in the budget to reform how we teach kids to read. Lastly, Assembly Bill 4 would require civics instruction for students in elementary and high schools. Underly wasn't against this plan, but she said Wisconsin students already have some of these requirements. All of these bills now head to the state Senate. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. This is 92.7 WMDX News.
Bobby Portis suspended 25 games. Hi, I'm Mike Clemens.
Bobby Portis is
Sports.
toast.
Bobby Portis suspended for the next 25
Yeah,
games
got
by
caught
the NBA.
with the wrong pain meds, which was his assistant's mess up.
Portis says he thought he was taking Toradol for an elbow injury. Instead, an assistant of his gave him a prescription for Tramadol, a painkiller
those are
banned by the
not
league
the same.
last spring. The Bucks host the Clippers
Even
tonight at
Sommers
5
can tell
for
you
Giannis
that.
Antetokounmpo, talking for the
Well, I
first
worked in a
time
pharmacy,
since
so
suffering that
Yes,
calf muscle
exactly.
injury.
I feel a little bit of the discomfort on my calf. I've said this
This year I want to be smart. One of my goals is to be available for the playoffs. Obviously we are 30 games away. It's a long time. But at the end of the day, like, my main focus
I'm
is to
loving this vest.
Both Giannis and Damian Lillard participating in practice yesterday.
We went hard, but not that hard, and so we'll see with him and Dame. We don't know yet.
As head coach Doc Rivers with sports.
How much was it, if I may ask?
Too much. It was like
I figured that was.
It was $170.
That was my guess. Was around 200, 150 to 200.
Yeah, but it's a lifesaver.
Plenty of sunshine throughout the day.
And I'll use it. I mean, it's not like I just bought it for this. I mean, I'll use it at, a Badger game in November or, other, because it's a recharge. You recharge the battery USB.
That's nice that you can just recharge it wherever.
Yeah,
Anywhere
exactly.
you can charge your phone.
Yep.
Madison's East Side place for friends and family to meet for fun.
And I figure, with all the on the road stuff we do, I mean, there'll be other opportunities where I'm broadcasting from outside and use it. So it was an investment. What?
It's worth it for you, I think.
Yeah.
1617 North Stoughton Road in Madison. Follow them on Facebook or at lazyoldlounge.com.
Wind is picking up a little bit. I will say that.
Bad news, you've been arrested. Good news, you're innocent until proven guilty. If you can pay your bail.
Wow, there's the kids. I don't know if you can see it on camera. They're just skied by. Probably can.
Yeah, I can see it, but
it'd be kind of hard, I'm sure.
About 30 seconds.
All right, thank you.
These are U10, and then we'll have our U8 students who start 5 to school, and then they will walk through 5
Live on location, it's the Todd Allbaugh Show. And now, pursuing truth wherever it may lead, here's your host, Todd Allbaugh.
Across Wisconsin on the Civic Media Radio Network and streaming worldwide on the Civic Media app. Good afternoon, everybody. Live from Hayward, Wisconsin in the 51st American Birkebeiner Ski Race. I'm Todd Allbaugh, along with our producer and engineer, the fantastic Mr. Aaron Zommers, back at the world headquarters in downtown Madison. It is Thursday, the 20th of February. It is a great day to be a Wisconsinite. It is a fantastic day to be at the America Birkebeiner. Welcoming everybody to hour number 2 of the big program. 7 minutes now past the hour of 1 o'clock. And Mr. Zommers, things are starting to heat up here. And it's for those watching on the stream on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and the like, you can see the video of this. If you look closely, just over my right shoulder here, you can see some of these young people, these junior Birkebeiner skiers getting close to the finish line. If you listen, you can hear the cowbells in the background. That's also one of the trademarks here, the Birkebeiner, to cheer on these racers, to ring those cowbells. And it is just fantastic to see these families, these friends here cheering on these young people at the finish line. So cool, Mr. Zommers.
Absolutely. It's cool to see it here. I imagine even better in person. And
the
cowbells also make a great souvenir. I know Todd has one.
Yeah, I have one of my dad. I was going to bring it, of course. I have like a goofball. I forgot to bring mine. But can you hear the cowbell a little bit in the background there? Yeah.
Yes.
It's just so cool to the entire atmosphere up here. Welcome everyone into hour number 2. Coming up a little bit later on this hour, we are going to hear from some of our, well, at least one of our great sponsors here, our key sponsor for this coverage today and throughout the week here on Civic Media, Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill, located on True North Lane. Just do a great job. They have, as Big G, our colleague here from up north, was telling us in the first hour, they have an 18-hole golf course, of course, during the nicer months, the non-snow months of the year. They also have just a great recreation area there. The bar and grill is a fantastic place, and just a stone's throw from the casino as well up here. So Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill, located on True North Lane. We thank you for your key sponsorship here of today's events. Also sponsoring Coop's Pizza, Lori's Card and Gifts, Pine Point Realty, and the Lakewood Cafe. We thank all of you for making today's broadcast here at the Birkebeiner possible. And join us as well on Saturday as our colleagues Big G and Gray here from WBZH, the Buzz of the North in Hayward, and also the sister station Muskie 101.1 FM. Going to be broadcasting all day Saturday from both the start of the key American Birkebeiner, sponsored by Slumberland in cable, all the way down through here and finishing right behind me, right on this main street. This is where it all ends, and things get really, really exciting. Literally on Main Street in downtown Hayward. What they do is they bring in snow, or they lay down a layer of snow, they groom it and everything right on Main Street. So they close down Main Street and actually build a bridge over the one of the cross highways here in town, and the skiers go over this bridge on their way down to the finish line. It is so exciting. It's so cool to see. If you've never been here before, you still have time. It's a great opportunity to come up just for the day. Maybe if you can still find a hotel in the area, stay overnight and enjoy this. It's not just the ski race. Downtown Hayward here on Main Street, I wish you had smell-o-vision, because I'm about a half a block off the main drag here. You can see behind me, and that's Main Street. I can smell the candy making, the fudge making, the burgers being grilled. It just the food is overwhelming. It's like smell-o-vision around here, and it's just a great atmosphere for a lot of fun and fantastic excitement as well. People from that all over the United States, but all over the world as well. It's just a good time, a great time had by all. So we're going to talk a little bit more about the Birkebeiner here as we go along. As we said, some of our fine sponsors are going to stop by, tell us why they've decided to invest in this, what this means to them, how much business it brings in, and when you come up to beautiful Hayward, or if you're in the area to stop by, what you can expect. So great to be here, Mr. Zommers. One of these years we'll get you up here as well, and we'll have somebody else run the board, because I think you'd enjoy it. If you've never been, it's really great.
Yeah, I've never been to Hayward, never been to the Berkey, obviously, since I've never been to Hayward. But it does sound like a really good time, and I love going into local businesses and restaurants and just seeing what small town Wisconsin, not that that's the smallest town, but small enough. Just seeing what the downtown looks like at all these different places. It's all so charming. I hate to use that, like, words that make it seem quaint and tiny, but it is charming.
It is. I think it's just, again, it's a refresher for me, just being here less than 24 hours. It's just, to remember that people are going about their lives, having fun, getting along, that yes, the news of the day is important, and those things do matter. But it's okay to take a couple of days off of the hard news and just enjoy life, because that's what we got to do to stay sane. So
Absolutely.
Get up here if you can, folks. It's just so much fun. All right, it's time. It is 11 minutes, 12 minutes now past the hour of 1 o'clock. We might be at the Birkebeiner, but once again, it's time for What's Worse. Let's go.
Then of course, the choice is yours. You can get with this or you can get with that.
Time once again for a Birkebeiner edition of What's Worse. Nothing to give away in this case, nothing, no prize money involved, but your chance to have your voice heard all across statewide radio. 11 stations in total on our news, sports, and talk network, including right here, WBZH and the Buzz of the North in Hayward, Wisconsin. No better way to get your message out and to let people know what you're trying to sell, your message, than to advertise right here on Civic Media's statewide network, the largest privately owned statewide network and radio in the state of Wisconsin. Give us a call or check on it at civicmedia.us, civicmedia.us, how you can be a sponsor like our great folks bringing you this coverage of the Birkebeiner today. All right, Mr. Zommers, as Mike Lucas says, timely indeed. We are here, lots of skiing, winter sports going on, and so our folks have given us this, What's Worse for today. What's worse? Downhill skiing or snowboarding? Downhill skiing or snowboarding? 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. You can also text us on the Civic Media app. If you don't have it, simply download it. Go to your app store, type in Civic, C-I-V-I-C, Media. It'll pop up a cute little CM logo there. Click on that, and away you go. We are on the first 11 stations, and text us on any one of those. What's worse, downhill skiing or snowboarding? Downhill skiing or snowboarding. Zalmers, have you done both?
I've done neither. How about
Neither.
you?
All right. Pardon?
How about you?
It's a long story. I'll shorten it up. I did not go downhill skiing until college. And I learned from my buddy who is originally from El Salvador, and his first host family, his host mom was a downhill ski instructor. So he learned how to ski from her, and then I learned how to downhill ski as a native Wisconsinite from a guy who grew up in El Salvador. So,
that is an interesting train of teaching.
But it was a lot. I really, really enjoyed it. I bet you, it's been fully 20 years since I've been on a pair of downhill skis. But when I was doing it regularly, it was just a lot of fun. I've never attempted snowboarding because I don't think I'm coordinated enough. What?
When I was in Boy Scouts, and we were sledding a lot, when we did winter campouts, there was this big hill that was maybe probably almost 100 feet, and then not vertically, but just a long hill, maybe more than that. But then a 2-foot drop onto a frozen lake at the bottom.
Whoa!
I don't know why they let us do that, but we did it. And a couple people would bring snowboards sometimes, and if you ask nicely enough, they might let you use it. And so I tried, and I was like, wow, this is it's a weird sensation having your legs affixed to each other. I know it makes sense.
Bet it
you
is.
look at a snowboard, you see it, you're like, okay, my legs are going to be strapped in. It's a whole other thing to feel it. It's just weird. And I fell over within 4 feet. And I was like, yeah, I don't think this is going to happen. You can have your
Not your
snowboard
thing.
back.
Yeah. Both my godsons, they've done both downhill and snowboarding, and so they love it. They do both. But I think for some people, just what you said, they're big downhill skiers, but they're not into snowboarding at all. And then there are other people, usually younger, but not always, who are big snowboarders, and they don't want to have anything to do with downhill skiing because they like the tricks and all that of snowboarding because it's closer to skateboarding. So the question is, what's worse, downhill skiing or snowboarding? Downhill skiing or snowboarding? 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. Back to WRCE in Richland Center. Whistler back on the line. Whistler, appreciate you calling in. What's worse, downhill skiing or snowboarding?
I'd have to say downhill skiing. I've only done it once. Back when I was 10, 11, 12 years old, and broke my ankle.
Oh, jeez.
Never been snowboarding.
So what? You were a one-and-done downhill skier then?
70-some years later.
Right.
I would have done it if I hadn't. If I didn't know how to control, and I went out the road or say, this is before the wintergreen was built.
Oh wow,
that's a little downhill course by Arena.
Yep, I've been there. It's a beautiful. It's closed now, but that's actually where I learned how to ski at Wintergreen. If you want to know the truth, great place.
I helped build Wintergreen.
Wow, really?
I helped to build that and the golf course.
It's a beautiful. It's just outside of Spring Green. Okay, well, there you go. Well, yeah, it's just outside of Spring Green, not too far from Frank Lloyd Wright's Taliesin, and sits up on top of a hill. Beautiful complex. Was one of the premier ski hills, actually, in America for a long time. So appreciate it, Whistler. Thank you so much. Appreciate you calling in. What's worse, downhill skiing or snowboarding? 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. Take more of your phone calls on the other side. And we also have more of our sponsors stopping by to talk more about the American Birkebeiner here in Hayward, Wisconsin. We are live on location. You're listening to a special edition of the Todd Allbaugh Show on the Civic Media Radio Network.
News and great conversation. 92.7 WMDX.
Hey, it's me time.
Do you want me to read texts when we get back?
Oh, yeah. If you want to do that,
Right
that'd
now,
be great.
there's just a couple.
Okay,
but
that's
there's
cool.
also a few comments on Facebook and YouTube.
Yep, we can take those. That's awesome. Thank you. This is actually working out better than I had hoped or thought. I not hoped, but maybe thought it would. Not as big as of a disaster. I just thought, oh god, something's not going to work. It's going to. Well, the battery pack I have inside my truck, and then I have the board kind of like half in the back window and half out. So it's kind of like keeping it warm a little bit. And I thought about having the laptop inside too to keep it warmer, but then I've got my laptop kind of like protected a little bit, so it's not freezing up.
That's good. That's good. You know,
It's the sun's also shining on it a little bit. That probably helps a little bit.
I'm Dan Schaefer. Let's recombine.
I know once I tried to take my Nintendo DS ice fishing, and then when it started like freezing inside the screen, I was like, this was a bad idea.
Much like the race 2 years ago, this will determine the balance of power on the court. If Susan Crawford wins, the court remains in liberal control. If Brad Schimmel wins, the court flips back to a right-wing majority. But there are a number of differing dynamics from the race in 2020.
Terry Barr also commented in at the beginning of this hour. You had your headphones off. You were getting something set. But
Oh, thank you, Terry. Terry, if you're watching, if you want to call in, we'd love to get your, because you've reported on here. Give us a call. We'll put you on. Always happy to have Terry Barr on.
Will be up in coming years. If Crawford wins this year, the court will likely remain in liberal control
She signed up for the Berkey. She been telling me all year long. Poles and boots and kick wax. The list goes on and on. Over 50K of skiing. That's why she's gotta train so hard. The course is lined with cheering fans while she's out there going strong. 1, here comes K2, K3, K4. Gliding down the hills, gonna wanna ski some more. Double pulling through the woods, now the pedals to the floor. Higher, higher, good lord. Someone pull me up a Tattersall shot ski. Everybody knows a princess got a history. There's a party downtown on Main Street. Everybody's got a fever for the Berkey.
Welcome back to the 51st annual America Birkin Fighter in downtown Hayward, Wisconsin. Now that is fantastic, Zombers. Tell us what this is that you've dialed up.
I mean, it's a Berkey song by Shabuzi.
Shabuzi, not Shabuzi and the Tipsy, the big song of the year, but Shabuzi.
It does still have the Z in there. So
Right.
It's Shaboo's Ski, basically.
That is a great parody song. It is. I love that. That is really, really good. Because that's one of my favorite. The real song, Tipsy, is. I love that song anyway. But that's a great takeoff on that. That is just. I love it. Love everything about it. Welcome back to Hayward, Wisconsin. We are downtown here on an absolutely picture perfect day. Not a cloud in the sky. Blue skies here. It's warm enough. I think last checked it was in the teens right now. Looking for a high near 21 degrees or so, which is perfect because it's cold enough to keep everything frozen, the snow, but you're not, freezing your tail off. Not a lot of wind right now. Perfect day just to bundle up, come outside, and enjoy if you're in northern Wisconsin or in the area. You can see over my right shoulder right now some of the junior Berkey finishers right now finishing on Main Street right here in downtown downtown Hayward right now. The junior division going on here throughout the afternoon. The junior relays are going to start here in the Berkey a little while as well. So lots of activity. Of course, all kinds of food, great events going on, a place for kids to hang out as well just across the street. We are outside of our great station, our studios right downtown here in Hayward, WBZH, the Buzz of the North, 910 AM and 96.9 FM. And if you want even more coverage of the Burka Biter, you can join us on Saturday as our colleagues Big G and Gray are going to be broadcasting on our sister music station here in Hayward. It's Muskie 101.1 FM. Muskie 101.1 FM. Gray and Big G are going to be broadcasting all day on Saturday from cable and here in Hayward. So you can listen to it. You can also listen on the Civic Media app if you're not here in the Hayward area. We're right in the middle of what's worse. Still a couple of minutes left. What's worse, downhill skiing or snowboarding? Downhill skiing or snowboarding. 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. Let's go to the phone lines, and Rick in Waukesha via WAUK is on the line. Rick, thanks for calling in. What's worse, downhill skiing or snowboarding?
Well, I grew up on ice skates on an ice pond, so I sort of figured out a lot of different things. Anything with your legs is like dancing.
Okay.
You know, I had 3 different kinds of skates, and you had to learn to style each way. So it's kind of like learning how to dance, but I went down on an ice board, but, you know, I didn't go far down a hill.
Yeah.
The thing of it is you have to, like, just go through it once. Like, I can explain it, like, with figure skates, we used to go out on clean ice that was never touched.
Oh, yeah.
And we'd write letters on the ice. And that was really nice to have, you know, because you literally have to work to write with your legs and feet to scratch the ice.
I can only imagine the skill that took.
Yeah. Well, you know, and it's a goal. You know
Right.
what I mean?
Right.
It's a goal, so you can do it simply, or you can get really good at it.
Wow.
You know,
That's
as
so
you work at it.
That's so cool, Rick. Thanks for calling in. I really, really appreciate it. That's something you don't see a lot anymore, is riding in the ice like that. But that's so cool. Thanks, Rick in Waukesha. 855-752-4842. 855-752-4842. Downhill skiing or snowboarding? What's worse, Mr. Zommers? I know we have some comments on the text line, YouTube and Facebook as well.
Yeah, we had one of our listeners in WAUK who texted in both because I can't do either.
All right, fair enough.
And Matt in Middleton says, snowboarding is worse because your feet are stuck to the board and getting up is a pain.
See, I would think that's absolutely true, even though I've never
If you
done
start
it.
going too fast, good luck.
Right,
Which,
yeah.
you know, as somebody who, as I said before, tried to snowboard and fell down at about 4 feet, getting up was a pain with your feet stuck together like that.
I can
also,
imagine.
our own Chris Casper here in Madison says that both are awesome, but if I had to pick one to be worse, it would be snowboarding.
All right, fair enough. I trust Casper. I'll go along with that. I think I would probably agree with him. Off of YouTube, Linda watching on Facebook actually saying snowboarding is worse. All right, very good. Thank you, Linda. We appreciate the call. PJ watching us via the stream on YouTube says, I have done both. I have 2 snowboards. Skiing is harder, in my opinion. Now, that is very, very interesting, PJ, because as a guy who's only done downhill skiing, I would say the opposite. So really interesting that you've done both. Tony watching on YouTube saying, exactly, Aaron, that's why skiing is way better. All right, our own Tony Zimmerman checking in, and I try. By the way, why isn't Tony here? He's just up the road in Ashland. Oh, I know it's not just up the road, but we're kind of in your neighborhood, Tony. As they say on Price is Right, come on down. We'd love to see you. We're going to be, by the way, we're going to be here tomorrow as well. We're going to move the broadcast inside into our studios inside here in Hayward, WBZH, simply because there are no races here in downtown Hayward tomorrow. So we'll be going inside tomorrow. But more to tomorrow. Brady Ewing's going to be on the broadcast, and Peter Rapine with a week in review. And, of course, What's Worse, and we'll have more from the Birkenbeiner here, local folks as well. So join us tomorrow again from Hayward at the Birkenbeiner. Anything else, Somers, before we go to break here? Are we set to go?
Victoria from Black Earth, who is a ski instructor, called in. And we'd love to take your call, but we don't have them. Do you want to take it on the other side?
Sure, we'll take it on the other side quick. Yeah,
excellent. Okay.
Have her hang. This is fantastic to have a ski instructor. See, this is exactly what we're looking for. All right, stay tuned, everybody. Take a quick local news break. Sports and weather. Come on back, and we'll have more from the 51st America Birkenbeiner in downtown Hayward, Wisconsin. We're live on location. It's the Allbaugh Show on Civic Media.
Choice. Madison's real news and great conversation. 92.7 WMDX. This is your local Civic Media radio station. Want to hear even more? Anytime? Find all of it at civicmedia.us.
So Linda did? What's the name of the ski instructor?
News. I'm Savannah.
I'll put it in the chat.
All right,
thanks. Take the bus here in Madison. You may face some issues today. Metro Transit leaders say there's an extreme number of drivers absent from work today. You can check their real-time information on their website that should give you updates about your route. And Wisconsin's governing body over school sports has banned trans students from competing in girls' categories. The WIAA board says they're acting on new federal guidance from the Trump administration.
Victoria from Black Earth. Pardon? All right, cool, awesome. We'll get him on wherever he's here. No worries. Thanks.
To participate in competition. Citing federal guidance, the WIAA said in a statement that the new policy bans students who sign male at birth from competing in girls' sports. Last week, the NCAA issued the same notice as it relates to women's sports and college athletics. President Donald Trump has issued multiple executive orders this month, including rescinding last year's Title IX updates, prompting the policy changes. For Civic Media News, I'm Jimmy Kuska.
And new data shows gun deaths in Wisconsin are dropping for the first time since the COVID-19 pandemic.
Hey, Zomers, can you show me
numbers from the Wisconsin Department
the shot, please, in the full, just me in the full screen for a second? I want
higher levels than before the
camera
pandemic.
Again. All right, I'm going to raise it up because I'm not sure how tall this guy is coming.
Gun-related suicides in the state dropped from 532 to 508, and gun-related homicides dropped from 290 to 238. Violence prevention officials say the drop is encouraging. And Madison's fire department is making history again. They have one of the first electric pumpers in North America. This one is manufactured by a company called Pierce Volterra, and Madison firefighters are the first ones in the country to test it on duty. Its new home is Fire Station 8 on the east side. Almost 4 years ago, Madison firefighters became the first ones in the nation to put an electric fire truck into service. I'm Savannah Tomei Olson. You're listening to 92.7 WMDX News.
There we go.
On your entertainment
a little bit wider shot. All right, thank you.
Director Peter Bogdanovich's final film has been remastered and will be released digitally by Lionsgate. The film Squirrels to Nuts was originally released under
Squirrels
its first
to
title,
Nuts. That's
She's Funny
nuts.
That Way in 2014. The acclaimed director passed away in 2022. In reality TV stars talking just to talk news, Bethany Frankel weighed in on Ryan Reynolds and Blake Lively, making light of their legal issues with director Justin Baldoni, who is also Lively's co-star in It Ends With Us. Frankel, one of the real fake TV housewives of New York City, said joking about the lawsuits on Saturday Night Live's 50th anniversary was nothing short of genius, calling it the zeitgeist, a bullseye. She added that the only way to weather a storm is to go right through it, while also acknowledging that the storm might have actually been caused by Lively and Reynolds in the first place, admitting that no one knows what happened. Let this be a lesson to you youngsters out there. Always make social media posts before you day drink. For more showbiz fun, tune into Nightlight with me, Pete Schwaba, weeknights from 6 to 8 p.m. on the Civic Media Radio Network.
Local radio for you and your community. It's Civic Media's mission with stations across Wisconsin. Find your favorites at civicmedia.us.
Finally, some comfortable temperatures with highs hitting the low 20s and plenty of sunshine throughout the day. We pretty much put this on repeat for tomorrow, all ahead of a major warm-up hitting next week. In fact, by Saturday, we'll hit highs in the upper 20s, and by Sunday, above freezing. I'm meteorologist Brittany Merlot. Right now, it's 20 degrees.
Dane County Humane Society is your local independent donor-supported animal shelter. Your contributions provide care and comfort to thousands of animals each year. To support animals in need at DCHS, visit giveshelter.org/donate.
The
It's the
Johnny
short
Gordy
one,
Show.
the one without the
Oh, that's the short one. Hey, how you doing? What's this? Oh my gosh, what's this? Oh, that's awesome. Thank you so much. Look at that, folks. We got a t-shirt from Earth Rider Brewery. Look at that.
Ooh. We'll have to check out where we can try this stuff. All right, 30 seconds.
All right, thank you. Welcome back to downtown Hayward, Wisconsin, home of the 51st Annual American Birkebeiner Ski Race. We are live on location. Todd Allbaugh here, along with all of our great folks from the local station here, WBZH. Big G is here helping us out as well. We're going to have some special guests join us in just a minute. But first of all, I want to put a quick cap on our What's Worse for today, asking the pertinent question, what's worse, downhill skiing or snowboarding? And Mr. Zommers, I understand we have Victoria from Black Earth, who is an actual ski instructor on the line. So, Victoria, thanks for calling in and listening. Welcome to the show. Tell us, Victoria, maybe, I guess if you have an opinion, what's worse, but which is more difficult, downhill skiing or snowboarding?
Well, it depends on if you skateboard or if you are a rollerblader.
All right.
That's a good determination. If you're good on a skateboard, you're probably going to be decent on a snowboard.
Got
If
it.
you ice skate, if you rollerblade, you're going to be better on a pair of skis.
Okay.
Now, they're both pretty challenging. In my opinion, you're more likely to hurt yourself on a snowboard than on skis.
Okay. Now, is that because you're both your feet are kind of locked into the snowboard?
Yes, it's a lot easier to catch a tail, catch a toe edge, catch a tail edge, and
Right.
end up on your face or on your butt.
All right. All right. Well, that's good to know. How and do you teach both of them, or?
I used to teach snowboarding. I no longer teach snowboarding, but I have been an instructor at Snow River Mountain Resort for over
really?
20 years.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right.
It's a
Well, that's
fun
great.
job. If you can make a living at it, you're doing well.
Right, you're doing what you
Anyone
love.
wants to learn. Yes, sir.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, we appreciate.
Love the snow.
Well, yeah, it is great. I mean, to be up here at Hayward, being outside, it's one of those things where, I think too often we think, well, we're locked in once it starts snowing and getting cold. But if we embrace it as the Wisconsinites we are, I think we'll all find that outdoor activities are as fun as summer activities. It's just a matter of having the right clothing on, right?
Absolutely. And so it seems like the consensus we've gotten from the listeners is that snowboarding is worse. But what do you think, Todd, real quick?
I would say that snowboarding, I like both of them. I've never really done the snowboarding. I wouldn't judge too much on it, but only because I've done downhill skiing and I've never done snowboarding. That's why I would say that, snowboarding is worse. But that's just my opinion. And you?
I think I'm going to agree because my balance is not great. And it's even worse when my feet are attached to each other. So I'm going to have to say snowboarding is worse as well.
All right, very good. That wraps up another edition of What's Worse today, live from Hayward, Wisconsin, a Birkebeiner edition. And so we thank everybody for calling in and playing along. Always a good time had by all. We are downtown here at Hayward, Wisconsin on an absolutely picture-perfect day. Appreciate everybody joining us all across the state of Wisconsin and on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter, and across the Civic Media Radio Network. All 11 stations right now. We are here at our home station outside of WBZH, the Buzz of the North, AM 910 and FM 96.9. And again, you can hear more coverage on Saturday with Big G and Gray on our sister station, Muskie 101.1 FM, right here in Hayward as well. Right now, we are joined by our key sponsor for all of our broadcasts this year. These broadcasts do not happen just by magic. We have to have someone who's willing to support this and make this happen, and our partners in this. We cannot be more happy, more proud, and more thankful than our keynote sponsor this week for all of our activities here at the American Birkebeiner, Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill, located on True North Lane here in the Hayward area. And joining us now here in our broadcast booth, i.e. the bed of Todd's truck, is Joe Morey from Big Fish here in Hayward. Joe, thank you so much for being our key sponsor, and welcome to the broadcast.
You bet. Thanks for having
me. Oh, 1 second. Todd's got to turn your mic on, otherwise it doesn't work too well, as it turns out. All right, try it again. Go ahead.
You bet. Thanks for having me, Todd. I also want to introduce Miranda. She's our events coordinator at Big Fish Golf and Events Center.
Well, Miranda, welcome to you. Thank you for being here. You guys will hold the mic right up by your mouth.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. I'll turn up your mic a little bit. So, Joe, tell us what your role is at Big Fish, and Miranda and you as well.
I'm the new general manager out at the course. Been there for about 2.5 months, and that's about it. I'm just running the restaurant and the bar, and the golf will be starting soon. We're excited about that. We've been setting up a lot of events out there. Miranda's big part of that, and that's why I brought her along today. We got a lot of things going on this weekend, so.
Well, I appreciate you being here. I, in another life, was a general manager for a sports bar, and it's one of those things that it's a heck of a lot of fun, but it's also a lot of work. It's long hours, but one of my favorite things was when we would have hosts when people would have their draft parties for fantasy football, or sometimes that we'd host UFC fights on our TVs, and people would come, and it's a time for friends and family just to enjoy themselves. And I think one of the most rewarding things for me was to see people come and have fun. Has to be the same thing for all of you folks at Big Fish.
Yeah, big time. That's what, like we just had. We do charity poker on Wednesday nights and raise funds for the Hayward Sports Center. And so we had a good tournament last night, and that was a lot of fun. Tonight we have bingo.
Nice.
We raise money for the Hayward Senior Center, and that's at 6 p.m. tonight. Everybody's welcome to come on out and play and help us raise funds for a great cause. And we alternate. So every week on Thursday nights we have bingo.
Okay.
And next Thursday we have bingo for the Reserve Senior Center out on the reservation.
Okay.
So they alternate. And 1 week will be for Hayward, the next week's for Reserve.
And also our event center is like perfect for other things besides bingo. We can do weddings, birthday parties, graduations, everything, and we also cater those events as well. So
that's awesome.
Anything you guys would like, and we're down to help you guys with whatever you need to make sure your event's going great.
And Miranda, how long have you been there? What's your role there at
This
Big
is my
Fish?
third year at the Big Fish Golf Course, and now I take care of the events and oversee that they get done properly and everything is as it should be and things go smoothly and everybody has their own special day and special time there.
Miranda's also a bar manager. She's a bartender, so you'll see her smiling face when you want to come in and order some food and have a drink and hang out, so she's always there.
Well, I think we were talking about, we're doing a lot of winter stuff on the show today. We were talking to somebody who built, it's no longer in business, but a big ski area down in southwest Wisconsin, Wintergreen. My sister actually had a wedding reception there. And I think when you talk, Miranda, about life events, whether it's a wedding reception, whether it's a birthday party, whether it's a retirement party, rather than us trying to put these things together, that just adds stress. It's a lot better to come to some place like Big Fish and let you guys handle it because you're the professionals.
Exactly, and you just want that time to enjoy it and be able to relax, and that's what we're there for, to make it stress-free, make sure everything goes as planned, you got everything on time. So.
And is there a certain size of event that you guys are kind of your specialty as far as large groups, small groups?
We can actually fit up to 150 to 200 guests in our event center. So it doesn't matter. We can do small or as big as you need. We can fit.
And that's with tables.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if we don't have tables, we can fit even more.
Yeah, like we've done proms before and other dances. So we can fill that event center up pretty well.
Wow.
Got a great new sound system in there, a stage set up. We've done a lot of improvements with some big screens all around the walls for sports, playing Like tonight, we'll have the hockey game on, USA
Nice.
Canada.
Yep,
Come on
yep,
out and
yep.
enjoy it. It's going to be a great time.
Should be awesome.
You bet.
The first one got a little rough right away.
It was a lot of fun. I watched that. It was great.
It was a lot of fun. And hockey, I think in this part of the state, it's just something that's integral to our communities, whether it's just informal ice hockey on a lake or whether I know there's a big high school tournament here for the girls in Hayward tonight, or whether it's a national event on your screens out there at Big Fish. Hockey is just a part of Wisconsin.
Yeah, it's a great town for hockey. It's
Yeah.
always been. I grew up here, and it was a hockey town when I was a kid too. So.
We're talking to Joe and Miranda from Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill located on True North Lane. They are our keynote sponsor here for Civic Media's coverage of the Birkenbeiner, not just today and tomorrow. We'll continue our show here tomorrow at our studios, but also on Saturday as well as Gray and Big G continue our coverage all day long on our sister station, Muskie 101.1 FM here in Hayward as well.
One more thing, this weekend we do have a lot of events scheduled for Berkey weekend. Friday night, tomorrow night, we have a trivia night.
Nice.
So come on out for that. And then on
Is it
Saturday,
Berkey trivia?
Oh, I better throw that category in there. You bet.
You have to stop in and
Good
check
idea.
it out. We also have Ladies' Night 2 for 1 on Saturday,
Yep.
and then Love and Country on Sunday from 1 to 3.
Love and Country. Now explain
One to
this.
four.
What's Love and
Love and Country is a old time country band.
Oh, really?
They'll
Okay.
play live music and they do old stuff, from the '70s and Willie Nelson, Waylon,
Right.
all that good stuff. So they bring a great turnout, great following. So we're looking forward to that one, and I'm sure a lot of our Hayward folks are looking forward to that one too.
Yeah.
So and everybody's welcome. You're here for the Berkey, coming out.
Well, that's great. I know Big G was talking earlier. If people are like, well, I kind of like sitting in my easy chair. You guys also do delivery. Is it a 10-mile radius?
Yes, we are actually the only food delivery service in Hayward, the only restaurant
Really?
that does delivery. And we have pizza, burgers, wings. We have a full menu. So great food too, great burgers, and great pizza.
I've heard that. I got to try to get out there before I go back down to Madison and check it out because I just think it's fantastic. So are you folks then directly associated with the casino as well? Do you work hand in hand with events, or is it a separate entity?
Hand in hand, we got stay and play packages with the casino.
Okay.
So but we're not the same.
Right.
But we're neighbors.
Right. Friendly neighbors.
And it works out great. But the tribe does own Big Fish, and
Okay.
they do the casino. So it's great that the stay and play packages work out really well.
Mhm.
You can stay over there in the summertime and get some great deals on golf, or you can come golf and get some great deals on hotel rooms.
Yeah.
So and stay in place. We give away a lot of stay in place through the summer for the casino too.
Well, I think, even though it's cold outside, we're enjoying the outdoor now. Big G and I were talking about reservations for next year's Berkey, but also I think now in February, probably not a bad idea if you want to plan whether it's a ladies getaway, a guys getaway, whatever it is. If you want to go into that stay and play and get a room, get your golf reservations in, do it now so you don't get locked out.
Oh yeah, because we have a lot of surprises coming up this summer at the golf course. We have a lot of hospitality and customer service is going to be our number one priority this summer. What else?
It's good. Speaking on that, we've expanded our food services. One of the main things is now in our golf carts, our golfers are able to order from their carts, and we'll bring the food out to you.
Wait a minute.
have it right
Wait a
on
minute.
your
Time out.
fingertips.
Time out. You can order from on your phone.
Right on there'll be a pad on your cart.
On the golf cart.
You can order off a menu right there on the cart.
And you'll bring it out to us.
And we'll bring it out to you. Yep.
Big G, are you in for this? All right, Big G, I'm coming back this summer.
Oh, and if you don't make it out to the golf course, we'll also have a food truck station here at the Fishing Hall of Fame here in town, so you can also check out
Big
our
Fish,
food there.
We just purchased a food truck, so Big Fish will have a food truck all summer, different events all over, and then also in front of the Hayward National Fishing Hall of Fame in that lot out there right on the corner. We'll be parked there all summer, selling the
Wow.
same food that we have, our pizzas and stuff that we have at the course. We'll be promoting out there in town. So.
That is absolutely amazing. I don't think I've ever heard of having to be able to order food in your cart and have it brought out to you. You make it way too
modern technology now. These smart carts. That's
amazing.
See, I'm old enough. I tell people I'm an analog guy living in a digital world.
Yeah, exactly. Me too. Me too. I'm just forced to learn nowadays.
But I've never heard of that. That's super
great.
cool.
We're excited about that.
I just think I'm so impressed with that, and the fact that it seems like you folks understand hospitality. I think that's something that I don't want to say is lost, but sometimes overlooked. It's not just the quality of the food or the golf course; it's how you make people feel once they're there.
You'll show up this summer at Big Fish with a smile, and you'll leave with a smile, regardless of your scorecard.
I need that. Because my scorecard won't be so good. Is there anything else that about a minute here left in this segment? Anything that we haven't talked about you want to make sure people know about Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill located at True North Lane?
Just that, we do have a lot of events planned, not just this week. So next Saturday we have a thing called Build Your Own Pizza.
Oh, nice.
On Saturday at 5 o'clock. You'll pay $25. It'll get you any type pizza. What it is our guys will be up there and we'll give you a crust, and you'll go through the line with your family.
Nice.
Family event.
Uh-huh.
You'll decorate your pizza yourself.
Wow.
Everything you want on it, and then we'll go cook it to perfection for you.
Wow.
And then we're going to take pictures of the best. We're going to have voting, and we're going to give away prizes for the best decorated pizzas.
Well, that's great.
And then we're going to invite the kids to compete in some closest to the
Hold that thought
You
one
bet.
second.
Go ahead.
I got to hit a commercial break. Come on
Oh,
back.
yeah.
We got Joe Miranda. We are live from the Birkenbeiner here in downtown Hayward, Wisconsin. We'll wrap things up live after this. It's the Allbaugh Show on the Civic Media Radio Network. All right, cool. We're in a break. We had 2 minutes. Sorry, the computer cuts me off whether I want it or not.
No, I hear you.
I cut that. So we'll come back and make sure we get anything else you guys want. We'll make sure that you
pick up these.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Trash notes here.
Well, my whole bed is full of trash.
It's windy out here.
I know it is a little windy.
You bet.
You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your sponsorship. Really, really appreciate
Awesome.
it.
You bet. Thank
Yeah.
you. You bet. This is nice out here. Beautiful day too.
Right?
I'm not even
Yeah.
cold.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah.
Little coat.
Yeah.
You bet.
And it's nice we can, we get some people to watch on the streams. They can kind of see the racers going by behind us. So that's been fun.
That is really cool. So what is Saturday? You guys have a
Big G is in charge of that.
Saturday? Okay. 8-3. Okay. All right. Nice.
That's awesome.
Have you guys checked out any of these food trucks yet?
Yeah.
That's going to be later after I get this torn down.
One's the best.
How late are you out here today, Phil?
We were at the show up at 2. Yeah. So
Cool.
we started. It's a 2-hour show, so we started at noon, and Big G had some kids that we were talking to earlier. One of the juniors that won the race. The little kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that was fun.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my God. That's funny.
All right, here we go. 15 seconds.
All right.
Excuse me.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is this live still when we were talking right now?
Yeah,
Or
just
during the
stream.
commercial?
Well, hello.
And welcome back to downtown Hayward, Wisconsin, home of the 51st Annual American Birkenbeiner. We are live on location. It is a glorious day if you are in the area. Hey, even if you're listening to us in Waukesha, Madison, Richland Center, Green Bay, Eau Claire, wherever you're at around the state listening or watching us today, make plans to get in your vehicle and head on up to Hayward. You will not be sorry. This is just a fantastic event. You can hear the cowbells in the background. The Junior Berkey is going on right now, finishing up as people cheer on their junior skiers right now. We'll also have the relays a little bit later on this afternoon. Just a great event. Tomorrow, most of the activity is at Cable. We will be inside our studios tomorrow here in Hayward, continuing to bring you coverage on the American Birkenbeiner, and then coverage picks up on Saturday on our sister station, Muskie 101.1 FM, and with Gray and Big G with our coverage from Cable and Hayward all day long. You're not going to want to miss it. If you're not in the area and can't tune in Muskie 101 over the air, no worries. Download the Civic Media app on your Android or Apple device. It's free, only takes a minute to download, and you scroll down till you see Muskie 101. You can listen to that coverage anywhere across the state of Wisconsin. Bringing us that coverage all week long, great people like Coop's Pizza, Lori's Car and Gifts, Pine Point Realty, Lakewood Cafe, and boy, our keynote sponsor, the people really making it happen, the great folks at Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill, located at True North Lane. We have the general manager, Joe, here from Big Fish as well, and also Miranda in charge of events. Thank you both for doing this. This coverage could not be possible without you, so thank you for doing this.
Thank you for having us. We really appreciate it.
It's really our pleasure. Anything, just about 5 minutes left here. Just final thoughts on, again, if folks are in the area, do they need a reservation to come?
No, they don't. No,
Just
not at
pop
all.
on
Just
out.
Pop on in. And also, all weekend long, we have $20 pizza, any size, any toppings.
16-inch.
Whoa.
Yep.
Yeah, load it up. Anything you want. It's all $20.
$20.
$20.
All the way
Get
through
that
Sunday.
delivered, too.
As my middle school social studies teacher used to say, you can't beat it with a stick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's a great deal.
I'll plug our phone number real quick.
Please
while
do.
We're talking about
Yep.
pizza. Get hungry for lunch right now, guys. So
Right.
order up some pizza. 715-934-4770.
One more time.
715-934-4770. We are the only delivery within the Hayward LCO area. We're here to serve all the Berkey folks. We'll get the deliveries right out to you.
So
we are also open for dine-in and takeout. So.
All right, so if you're listening to us on WBZH here in Hayward, give them a call and get that pizza going. $20 all weekend long here for the Birkebeiner. They also deliver within a 10-mile radius. And if you're not in the area and you can't make it up this weekend, make plans to come on their beautiful 18-hole golf course. And the big news for me today is this summer you can actually order your food while on the golf course from your cart, and they'll bring it out to you. This is
truly amazing, isn't
This is
it?
earth-shattering to me. Anything else about the golfing experience? Anything else that you want people to know about the great activities, be it golf, food, or whatever, at Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar?
We're just looking forward to having a great summer out there. Like I said, we got a lot of great events planned. We're in a negotiation. We got a date already plugged in to have a hairball concert out there on Friday, June 6th. So that announcement will be coming out really soon. And the golf course is in great shape.
Yeah.
Last year was our best year. This year will even be better. So we're looking forward to having you out.
Well, I'm going to be there. Big G and I are going to be there. We're going to order some food. We're going to have some golf. And most of all, like everybody who comes out to Big Fish, just have a heck of a great time.
Yes, you won't be disappointed. Stop on out and check us out for bingo tonight.
Bingo tonight. What time does that start, Miranda?
6 o'clock, correct?
All right.
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
All right, so come on, you watch a little skiing, get the outdoor activities
Warm
done.
up and eat
then
some good food and
bingo,
play some
hockey, and then and a drink.
The hockey game is on our big screens. You bet.
Absolutely. Got to make sure that's on.
Yeah, it sounds great. Any final thoughts from either one of you, Joe and Miranda?
Well, I just appreciate you guys having us.
Yes, thank you so much. Appreciate it.
It's our pleasure. It really is, because these things don't just magically happen. We are so honored and appreciative to have you as our keynote sponsor for all of our coverage of this year's American Birkebeiner. Thank you both so much.
Thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
our pleasure. That is Joe and Miranda, again from Big Fish Golf and Die Hard Sports Bar and Grill, located on True North Lane. We thank them for their sponsorship and everything that they have done to make this Birkebeiner work. Thank you both so very much. And also thanks to Big G for being the best, the absolute best, not only co-host, but just a great guy. Big G, we appreciate you.
Hey, thank you, Todd. Pleasure being on the show, and place to be this weekend, downtown Hayward, Big Berkey weekend at Big Fish Golf Club there. So free to play trivia Friday night.
Wait a minute. Big Fish, Big G. Is this all about you at the end of the day, Big G?
I don't know. That name actually, I can tell you, Todd, I'm not going to tell you the story, but the name actually originated on the golf course. So.
Did it really? I love it. All right, there you go. All right, are we going golfing this summer?
You betcha.
All right, we'll order some food. All right, very, very good. Appreciate it. We got to get our quick Bucky Badger in from our friend Kelly Call. He's traveled all the way from Los Angeles here to a beautiful Hayward, Wisconsin. Bucky loves it up here at the Birkebeiner, and all of you will as well. Thanks to Aaron Zommers back at the studio. Thanks to our engineers. Thanks to Big G, all the great people here at WBZH, and all of you for listening. scene. Stay tuned. Maggie Dawn is next coming up here as well. So that's going to be a great show. Zomer, are you doing Maggie Dawn today or not?
No, not today.
All right, very good. So Zomer gets just one show today, so gotta love him. That's fantastic. All right, we'll be back here tomorrow as well. We're going to be inside in our great studios with more coverage of the American Birkenbinder. Also, Brady Ewing is on the show tomorrow talking about Badger basketball. Another big game this weekend as the Badgers try to keep on winning the Big Ten. And also going to have Peter Rapine from the from E-Bomb's World with a humorous look at the week in review. Get outside, enjoy the day, embrace winter. This is what makes Wisconsin great. From the American Birkenbinder in Hayward, Wisconsin, whatever you're fighting for, whatever you believe in, do not give up. Keep banging your drum and enjoy the Birkenbinder, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Banging on your drum and they will hear you.
Thank you both so much.
And Saturday we'll be here, so if you want to come up. Yeah, anytime you want to come up. We're going to be here from 10 to 3.
All right, are we clear?